and this is TV Squad Daily. Celebrity scandal isn't really about the badness of what someone has said or done, more about how fun the badness and the person is to talk about. For instance, in an upcoming issue of Guardian magazine, Sharon Osbourne is talking about how she sends turds to people in the mail in Tiffany & Company boxes. Seriously. She admits doing it and even gives an example of someone she's sent a turd to. But you know this isn't getting coverage like the recent underwear incidents, because nobody really wants to talk about turds wrapped up in Tiffany boxes. And rightly so. It's disgusting. I didn't want to talk about it either. I just had to make my point. Which is, should you feel more guilty about not wearing underwear or sending someone a turd? But what would you rather talk about? Underwear or turds? Yeah. So I'm not going to talk about underwear, but let's stop talking about turds. Sable, Cody, and Angel, 3 chimpanzees that have been seen in shows including That 70s Show and The Craig Kilborn Show, will spend the rest of their lives in an animal sanctuary as part of a cruelty lawsuit settlement against their trainer, Sid Yost. Yost likes to go by the stage name Ranger Rick, but I've come up with my own, similar yet more appropriate nickname, and you should too. The lawsuit came after an undercover primatologist spent a year working with Yost in his facility and saw him punching them and even kicking them in the head trying to get them to perform. So basically all of their tricks were being done for fear of being beaten rather than because they loved their trainer or even because they were hoping for treats. I'm obviously glad they're out of his hands, but bothered it had to take so long. Because similar to abuse involving a small child, the chimps can't understand that it wasn't their fault, or that it's never going to happen again. What started off as Steven Colbert making up a word has turned into a Word Awards golden child. Yeah, they have Word Awards. Anyway, truthiness is a word Colbert coined on his Comedy Central show, The Colbert Report. Truthiness was named the 2005 Word of the Year by the American Dialect Society, and now it's also won Word of the Year by Merriam-Webster by an online vote. I don't know what people usually use for their criteria on voting for a Word of the Year, but mine would have to be cuteness of the word, usability in everyday conversation, and ease of spelling. Truthiness scores high by my criteria. Second place this year went to the word Google. I get that, like the verb Google it. But third place went to the word decider, as in the person who decides is the decider. That's really random. Decider must have some kind of underground following in word circles. Or maybe the competition just wasn't very tough. That could be why truthiness outscored all the other words by 5-1. The really bizarre part is that truthiness, our word of the year, isn't in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, even the online version. And for anyone out there that wants to start throwing truthiness in their vocabulary now, it's defined by Colbert as truth that comes from the guts, not the books. Thanks for watching. I'm Brigitte, and I'll see you again tomorrow.